Hi YouTube. So it has happened. The battery that I built for my friend Jay has come back and it has a problem. And so we're going to dismantle it and see what is going on. So a quick check of the voltage shows that we're at 48.9, which is reasonable. Now we need to check the individual strings. All right. So the connections still look solid. Yeah, there's nothing obvious. There's nothing obviously wrong with it. The symptoms, it seems to charge and then it loses its power very quickly. So physically the series links seem to be strong still, which is great, and that shows that this 3D printed case, despite being ugly, does actually hold the thing together really well. And so the next thing I need to do is check the voltage of each string of cells. And this configuration is a 5 parallel 13 series. So let's just take a peek. We'll start at the positive end. Bring this down a little. Okay, 4.07, 4.07, 0.07, same, 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 same. Aha, there's a dead connection right here. All right, I see it. And that one's good. And that one's good. Okay. So it looks as though this third set of cells has gone dead. Let me just double check that real quick. Yep, they're dead. And everything else in the pack seems to be pretty well balanced. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that these cells were initially built as a pack that was not held together very solidly, and they kind of went out of balance. I threw a few of the cells away, but my guess would be that there must have been a bad cell in this string, which clearly has zeroed out the voltages of the rest of the cells, because there's definitely no mechanical damage right here. And given that the rest of the cells are practically the same voltage, I'm guessing that the rest are good. So this is kind of what I suspected had happened. And I did purchase some more cells to replace these 5. So based on that, I'm going to start stripping this battery apart, and I'm going to basically build a new case for this thing. With that said, I have since come up with a new design, and this is basically it. Instead of having one giant piece like this, which is really difficult to mount somewhere, I've actually separated it into two pieces. And so you can see on here, you've got 7 series on this side, and then 6 series on this side. And the positive is here, and the negative is here, and you can see where the linkage is between the cells. And both of those actually come up to this connector, and I put a fuse in the middle here, so that's helpful. But this plastic piece at the bottom actually snaps on onto another piece that it's designed to fit to, and that other piece is mounted to the bike. And so let me see if I can find a couple of these pieces printed. And so here is the piece that would go on the bike. And then here is the piece that the battery actually mounts to. And the idea is that you kind of slot it into here, and then that actually holds it together. And so this has been pretty successful. A few improvements I'd like to make, though, is I'd like an actual mechanism at the end that locks it down instead of this kind of pressure locking, because that would wear out over time. And I want to get the connectors to be solid. So I'm still doing some design work there. And on the actual bike, when you connect it in like this, there's actually power connectors on the other side that actually connect the power from the battery to the controller. So that's been working really well. And yeah, so my next challenge will be to take this battery apart again. And I'll replace all 5 of these cells, and I will turn this into a battery with the new design. So stay tuned for that as I start ripping this thing apart.